Hello and welcome back to another tutorial on jsPsych. Today we are going to learn how to create an inter-trial interval and also how to set up repeat on trials. So let's start by creating our inter-trial interval. So we create an inter-trial interval ITI after the feedback trial. We can do this by setting up the post-trial gap, which is also the ITI. So let's set it at 500 milliseconds. And what it does is after the feedback trial, it's going to show a blank screen for 500 milliseconds. Let's say if you want different values of ITI, let's say 500, 750, or 1000 milliseconds. This is what you might think of putting inside, but this is not going to work because post-trial gap is a value. It can only contain a value, but not an array. What you have to do here is to remove this part, remove the array, create a variable called ITI duration, and put the array inside. So we're going to get the ITI from the variable that we just created by calling jsPsych.randomization.sample without replacement. So the first argument is the array that it's going to take the values from, and the second value or second element for the function is how many times you want to sample. So we're going to put 1. So we're going to get 1 out of 3. Sometimes you may want to sample 2 in some instances where you want to compare values. So if you sample without replacement, it is going to sample 1 out of 3 for the first one, and the second one is going to sample 1 out of 2. We also have another function called sample with replacement. It is similar to sample without, but with this one, it's going to sample every time. It's going to sample from the same set. And you can also set the weight. For example, I want each one to be sampled at least equally, so I can put it this way. And what it does is it's going to take 1 out of 3 for the first one, and the second one 1 out of 3, and the last one is 1 out of 3. Sorry, we only have 2, but you get the idea. So let's set it here. We have 3 different ITIs. So let's test it. So we can see for the second one, it's 4066. Let's look at the first feedback. It's 2061. So you know it's about 2 seconds difference. So there is a difference in the ITI to the next trial. The next thing we're going to do is to set the number of repeats for the trials that we want. So we can do this by setting all these parameters or the changes in the procedure. In the jsPsych page, I have shown this page, random order of trials. So we can set the trials at different order, randomized order, so it doesn't go 1, 2, 3, 4 for this set, but it's going to shuffle these 4 trials. We can also repeat and put randomized order together, so it's going to repeat this set 4 times in a randomized order. There are also other methods like sampling methods, like what we just went through, sampling with replacement. Sampling with replacement with unequal probabilities. This is for equal probabilities. So for this one, with unequal probabilities, you may set the probability for each trial listed in the timeline variables if you want. You can also set without replacement. It's going to sample 3 times, but for this, it can only sample at most 4. You have to add a repeat, the type fixed repetitions, and set the size to repeat these trials X number of times, so three times, and randomize it. So this is actually the same as writing this down. It's simpler. So let's try practicing it. So randomize order true. Repetitions. Let's set it at 5. So we're going to repeat the trial over here 5 times, but in a randomized order. So we will have 10 trials. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So there you go. We have our 10 trials with repeat, with feedback, with fixation. So we have created our first part of the experiment, which is the practice block for the participants.